CVNP25 meetup that we just got back from on Monday. So we've had a lot of catching up to do, a lot of different things to do, but we're here to talk about it today. We've got, we'll go over everything that we did. We'll go over who was there. We've got a bunch of stuff that was given to us, lots of stickers and things like that. So we just spent 4 days in the Cuyahoga Valley National Park. Here's Brandywine Falls, or a artist rendition of it. Let me know if you can hear me, whoever's in here. See somebody popped in. Let me know if you can hear us. We did see blue heron. There is a blue heron rookery at the Cuyahoga Valley National Park. Somebody's here and gone. Tammy, can you jump on and see if you can hear? If somebody jumps in here, let me know if you can hear us. Let me know if you can hear us. Comment and say, yeah, we can hear you fine, please. I appreciate it. Tammy's going to check real quick. She can hear me. Okay, good. All right, so May 15th, 2025, which the CVNP is something that we had talked about on our channel for a long time, months before we went. And basically it was in a, we wanted to go to the Cuyahoga Valley National Park because they're celebrating 25 years this year as a national park. Now, we love hiking, we love the outdoors, and we're all about, you know, spending time in the outdoors. So we thought, well, a lot of people enjoy watching our hikes, and we thought, well, let's offer it to whoever wants to come. They can come enjoy it with us, camp with us, hike if they want to, or spend time in the Cuyahoga Valley National Park, and that's what we did. So we didn't get to see everything. We did 4 hikes in the park, 1 hike in Hinckley Reservation, which is just west of Cuyahoga Valley National Park. Now, Cuyahoga Valley National Park, someone's here. What's Pop doing? What's Pop doing? Beardos unite. Pop's a new beardo. What's Pop's doing? He's in the chat. We did a little short and stuff to show that, but Pop's got a new beardo hat. He's part of the beardo tribe. Nancy Drew's in the house. Good to see you. And more people. I'm not sure. I got my official Jimmy Boy glasses. I'm an official Jimmy Boy beardo. Jimmy Boy beardo, which is totally different than just a beardo. Jimmy Boy beardo's on a whole nother level. Once you get some Jimmy Boy glasses, you're a Jimmy Boy beardo.
Mark Travis says, that's cool. I'm in Michigan.
Oh, cool. Lower Michigan Adventures. That's who I got the Jimmy Boy glasses from. Dennis, Campfires and Dirty Tires. Campfires and Dirty Tires. They're from Lower Michigan as well. They were at the meetup. So we had Linda Barker. We had, you can answer that. We had Linda Barker. We had her son, Chris. Chris is an amazing person. He's a carpenter, does the steel studs. He brought a camper and let Linda come and meet everyone and stay in the camper, and he's a fun guy. He made us breakfast one morning, so that was a lot of fun. He did everything bagel and sausage, cheese, and egg. That was delicious, and it came just in time because I didn't have breakfast for everyone. I had everything packed up already, so yeah, we didn't do that. So that was really nice. Came to the rescue. So we had Linda Barker, her son Chris. Wonderful people. Got to sit and talk to Linda Barker for a while. It was a wonderful time. Got to know her a lot better. They got a really cool camper, and he's going out to Sacramento. I don't know if he's going to share this, but I think he's going to do, hopefully film some of it. We also had Ray Crum, who's now at Harper's Ferry out in Virginia. He showed up. Really interesting guy. Very nice gentleman. Captain Jack Scrapper was there. I did do a taste test with him. I did a taste test with some of the people that came. Let me read this real quick. I can't see it. You are Army. Yeah, I got the Army Green. This is a new style that we got out. There's a tan one and this one and another one. There's multiple styles of Beardo hats. We've got some beanies. We've got some camper hats. We've got some fitted hats. We got some baseball hats. And these Jimmy Boy glasses, they're custom. You got to get them from Jimmy Boy himself. You can't get these anywhere but from Jimmy Boy. Jimmy Boy himself. Lower Michigan Adventures. I need some beard oil, says Mark Travis. Okay. Very cool. So, Ray Crum, he's in Virginia. He's going to do the Harper's Ferry, and he's filming some other stuff. And we got to meet his dog Diego too. Cute little dog about this big, same colors as Duke. You know, brown, black, and white, and very cute little dog. Very protective of Ray Crum. And Captain Jack Scrapper was there. Now I did a taste test with him, a coffee taste test. You might get it. You might get to see that on his channel. I don't know. I don't think he filmed it, but he might talk about it because I gave it to him. I did film it. That should come out Saturday. We did a taste test with Dirty Tires, Campfires and Dirty Tires. That comes out tomorrow. It's out right now for any of our members. We also did a taste test with Jimmy Boy, Lower Michigan Adventures. That came out Tuesday already. That was the beer can, the beer flavored Pringles. There's 3 different flavors. We tried all 3. The Campfires and Dirty Tires taste test. That's a Campfires Dirty Tires dog. He created his own little hot dog that we cooked over the fire. It's a pretty cool little combination, and it was delicious.
It was delicious.
Yeah, it was really good. So you have to check that out tomorrow. Got lots of different presents from everybody, which was really fun. It was my birthday weekend, so everybody kind of threw in some stuff to give me, I guess. But actually, I think they brought all this stuff, didn't even know it was my birthday. They were just bringing it to give. We gave away the walking sticks that we made. We had made the dragon walking stick, the elephant walking stick. We made a Jimmy Boy stick, and then I made Campfires and Dirty Tires a stick as well. So hopefully they'll show you all those here in the next few weeks, all the sticks that we made, and you'll get to see them because some of them I didn't film. And I know a lot of people filmed around the camp. We didn't do a lot of filming around the camp. We did a highlight video, which you guys got to see today. Our first day at camp and kind of a tour of the campground. What we focused on were the hikes. We did all 5 hikes, and I don't know if I have the paperwork with
Jeff
me.
is not in the Army, but his dad was, and his brother is in the Air Force. And we have nephews that are in the Army, Marine, and Marines.
True. I was never in the Army.
Somebody asked, that's why I'm telling you.
Yep. Now, this is Cuyahoga Valley's map right here. This is the whole park right here, the green area. And we did 4 of the 100+ hikes. Now, this is a valley guide they gave us at the campground. We actually stayed in Stowe, Ohio at Silver Springs Campground. It is one of the very few municipally owned campgrounds in America, which means the city owns the campground. And we basically checked in online and went and found our spot, and then somebody comes around and makes sure everything is, you got everything you need, and you're where you're at, and you don't have any questions. But he also brought us all this paperwork and information on Cuyahoga Valley area. He gave us a sticker. I got it right here from Silver Springs, it's a hidden gem in Ohio. And it's pretty cool. It's got a baseball diamond on the campground. You know, it's basically like any of your city parks with a campground right in the middle. It also has a 7.5 acre dog park, which a pond, and it's all fenced in, so you can just let your dog loose, and they run around and play with other dogs. It's all free. The park's all free except for the campground. I did talk to the city of Stowe, and they said that they are known for their park systems, which they have 13 parks there. It is right outside of Cuyahoga Valley National Park as well. It takes about 12 to 15 minutes to get to the visitor center. So it's actually a really nice location if you're going to camp. And they do allow RV camping, but at this campground, it's not full hookup. Chris pulled in with his camper, and it's his first time camping. And he said, well, so where's the water and sewer hookup? And we're like, you got to fill up your water on your way in and your sewer on your way out. And there's electric on every site. There's 20 amp sites, there's 30 amp sites, but the water you have to go get, the sewer you have to dump on your way out. And there's porta johns periodically. And then to get hot water or flushing toilets, you have to go to the Ball Diamond and use their bathrooms. Now, there are some trails there at the campground. We did walk through a few of them that go through the woods there. But Kent, Ohio, good, Pop. He's back. Oh, let me make you a moderator, Pop. You're a beardo now.
Hey, Dave Goyer.
Let's see. Add as a moderator, standard moderator. All right. Dennis Bigfoot, good to see you, brother. Dennis Bigfoot's in the house. Ooh, start this tip. What was I talking about?
The campground that didn't have
Oh yeah, you had to go get the water. So, and we went through the trails. That was really nice. And there's a pond out front which you can fish, but it's catch and release. And they also have a kayak ADA kayak launch. So if you're handicapped and you like to kayak, this is the campground to go to, because there's actually a spot where you can take your wheelchair or anything out. They'll put you in a kayak. There's a lift to actually put you in the water and to get you back out. So you can kayak even if you're not normally able to do that, which is really cool. There's also kayaking at Cuyahoga Valley. You can also fish at Cuyahoga Valley, which we did see some people fishing the rapids and stuff. So there's some brook, trout and things like that you can catch. We did not take any time to fish too much, unfortunately. We are going back. Somebody's here. Is that
James Cantonese?
James Cantonese. We missed you, brother.
The Corzo family.
Good to see you, Corzo family. We're going over the last meetup. We do have more planned for this year, and we will let you guys know of those as they come along. They're all going to be in Ohio, so different areas in Ohio.
And Michigan.
We have some planned for Michigan.
You already booked our M25.
Oh, we are going to M25, yeah, for sure. So we're going there in September, but up through this summer, we have a few different areas we're going in Ohio. We will let you know ahead of time. It'll be kind of like we did CVNP. We'll give you the itinerary. You can follow it if you like. If you don't, you can do whatever you like. Some of the people that came weren't able to hike all the hikes. Matter of fact, most of the people came only did the one hike. Dan and Kathy did 2 or 3 hikes with us, but most people just did the Brandywine Falls hike. They did get rained on halfway through. We did as well. We did the entire 3-mile hike at Brandywine. And we did get poured on halfway through. We ended up hiking over 16 miles of rough terrain in the Appalachian Valley of Ohio. It is called the Summit area. It is the highest point in Ohio. There are a lot of hills, mountainous areas. I wouldn't say mountains. I'd say mountainous and hills. They are very treacherous trails, some of them. And I complained to myself a few times hiking, and then I'd see some people running these trails. So I felt bad that I was complaining that we were hiking them. But some of them are straight, hills like this that you're going up, cutouts. And you'll see Blue Hen Falls. That was a lot of stairs, and that was very, very tough. Lots of ups and downs before the stairs, and it's not a loop trail, so everything you're going up or down, you're thinking in your mind, oh, I got to come back this way. So that was a tough one. So we did 5 hikes. We did Hinckley Reservation, Warden's Ledge Loop. That's where I encountered a cougar. That comes out Friday. And then we did Lock 29, Canal Lock 29. We did see... on the Ohio Canal, back when the Ohio Canal traveled all over Ohio, most of the locks raised the ships about 7 to 9 feet. We saw the largest lock rise, which was 14 feet. This lock raised boats 14 feet. So we got to see the regular lock right there at Cuyahoga Valley, and then the one deeper in. We also encountered a 5-foot black snake. It's huge, right on the trail. It's as big around as Tammy's arm. And so had to wrestle a big old black snake. So had a very adventurous and exciting 48th birthday weekend for Cuyahoga Valley National Park. It was my 48th birthday weekend. So the first night at camp, I'll keep going over the trails. So we went to the Lock 29, and then our, let's see, first hike was Warden's Loop. Second hike was Lock 29. Third hike was Brandywine Falls. Now, it was Saturday morning, and most everyone that came, Captain Jack Scrapper, Dennis from Campfires and Dirty Tires, Jimmy from Lower Michigan Adventures. Ray Crum did not come. He hung out at the campground with his dog.
Dan and Kathy came.
Dan and Kathy from Handicapped Travelers both came.
And Jimmy.
And who?
Jimmy.
Yeah, Lower Michigan Adventures. Linda Barker and Chris stayed back, and then us. And Duke all went. And Duke was a champ. He loves them trails. He absolutely loves the trails. So that was a lot of fun. Now, I do have a little bit of cracking on I filmed all the trails with the GoPro. I did have a little bit of cracking on the GoPro, but I'm trying to compensate for that.
Bobo Schnoggins.
Bobo Schnoggins is here, and thank you for the $5 super chat. We really appreciate that, Bobo Schnoggins. I really was hoping you could have made it to this. I hope you can make it to one of our meetups. I really like to see you again and kind of camp with you and stuff like that. So I know everybody can't make it to all of them, but we missed you, bud. So hopefully you'll watch the videos and be with us in spirit. So after the Brandywine Falls, which was a really nice waterfall, and everybody got to go with it, got to see the falls, even the people that are handicapped and can't do all the hikes. They got to at least see it from above and some other areas, so that was really cool. Then on the same day, we did the Blue Hen Falls after that. So the Blue Hen Falls was
that was the harder one.
Fourth hike, and that was a really hard one. And we made it back, and we made dinner for everyone at the camp. We did street tacos, and that was a lot of fun too, with beef and the corn shells and the cilantro if you wanted it, lime, onions. We had Buckeye brownies. We even
had
peppers and onion if you didn't want meat. Yeah, we did a vegetable taco too, which Kathy said she really enjoyed. And we did Buckeye brownies, a big tray of Buckeye brownies, which was delicious. They're brownies with Buckeyes on top. If you haven't had them yet, you got to find the recipe. Tammy can email you if you ask her. We did a big tray of cookies. People brought stuff. Lots of stuff. There's tons of food and tons of food left over. And yeah, just a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun the entire weekend with everyone, and not everybody did the same thing. Everybody did what they could. There's plenty of shops there. There's hundreds of trails. Some are easier than others, so you could have picked and choose what you wanted to do.
Mm-hmm. But we didn't do any shopping, so we don't really know much about that.
Nope, we didn't do any of the shopping. We hit all the trails. We are going back in the fall when the leaves are starting to change, and we're going to hit those Cuyahoga Valley again in this fall, and we're going to do all new trails. So all the trails were very cool. The falls were very cool. The very fifth and the last one, which was on Sunday, we did Ledges Loop, not Warden's Ledge, not Whip's Ledge, just Ledges Loop, and this is in Cuyahoga Valley, and it was really pretty. Now that one was kind of easy to get lost in.
Yeah.
We did get off track a couple different times.
Part of the trail a couple of times.
But it's really cool, and you got to pay attention. And every trail in Cuyahoga Valley had multiple trails that come off of it. Now, if you go to like Warden's Ledge Loop, or let's say you go to Whip's Ledge Loop, it's going to be 3 miles.
Hi, Georgianne.
Hi, Georgianne. We missed you as well. I know you were at another meetup, but that happens. We did miss you, though. Just want you to know that. But if you go to Whip's Ledge and there's it says it's 3 miles, and you get off on one of the rabbit trails, I call them, it could take you another 4 miles beyond the 3 miles or even more. So you got to really pay attention to the signs, kind of have some sort of a trail app with you. Don't just go out there. And like we found out, there are wild animals. I mean, this is rugged country. This is, national forest, and they are on limited staff as well right now. So you really got to be careful up there. It's not just your everyday walking in your backyard. She'll see us at M25 very well, very, very, very well. That'll be fun. All right, so back at the campground all 5 days. The first day we went there, we went up a little north. It was about 40-minute round trip north of where we were staying, and we went an extra day to go visit the Covered Bridge Pizza Parlor, which that video is already up. We did find out that there are 3 of these in that area. One's in Akron, one's up in Kingsville, which is the one we went to, and there's another one closer to the Cleveland area. Now, these are authentic covered bridges, and their pizza pies are absolutely delicious. It's a fun little thing. I wouldn't have drove the 4.5 hours to go to the Covered Bridge Pizza Parlor, but since we were going to be in that area, I thought we'd take an extra day and kind of go see that and get set up a little early, and it was worth it. The pizza was delicious. The people were there, really fun. The atmosphere is really cool. It is an authentic covered bridge, very cool, good architecture, and you got the wood beams, the wood pins, everything about it. But it's not over a river. At least the one we went to, it was sitting on pillars, in the town. But still very cool. Matter of fact, it was right in front of a graveyard.
Yes, and the graveyard was beautiful.
Absolutely
Duke and I went for a
beautiful.
walk, and the drive back there, the smells from the flowers were coming on, and I have never saw such a beautiful graveyard as they had back there.
Yeah, it was a nice
gorgeous.
graveyard. So that's one of my tips is if you are going on a trip, especially if it's something far away, check around that area and get in some extra things while you're out there that you probably would never be able to do while you're there. So that was a lot of fun. Then we got back to the campground, and Thursday night we were sleeping in a vintage Kmart cabin tent. Now we had put it up, we had tried it, we had gotten it a little wet to make sure it didn't leak, and then we were going to camp in it, and we did. We set it up, and
Hi, cruising is fun anytime.
Cruising is fun anytime. Good to see you here.
I can't. Muhammad?
Oh, is Muhammad here too? Muhammad Najah. Muhammad Najah. Good to see you. Welcome in, welcome in. We're Gypsy and the Vanilla Grill, and we're here somewhere in Ohio, USA. So we're in a cabin tent. It's vintage. It's probably 30 years old. It's only been used a few times. The ladies that gave it to us said, here, we haven't used this. We bought it, never really used it. You guys are more than welcome to have it. So we thought we'd put it up and have an adventure and sleep in the cabin tent. Well, the first night it was a little windy, kind of blew a little bit, and then it started to rain. Now the rain held out. I was a little worried, and the rain held out most of the night. I mean, I was up worrying about it, but 3 o'clock in the morning, the seams kind of started to leak a little bit, but nothing was really dripping. And 5 o'clock, I decided I'm going to get up and make some coffee. And Tammy said, yeah, go ahead. Now, I got up and went out to the screen porch because the back part of the cabin tent is a tent. It's a 2-room tent, and the front part's like a screened-in area. Pretty cool, nice little tent. And I did set it up very strong. I did the guide ropes. I did it right because I knew we were going to have some storms, and I knew we were going to be leaving and coming back. And there was a big bubble in the ceiling, so I pushed all the water off, and when I did that, it just started raining in. I don't know if touching it or what happened, but it rained in everywhere. We had to hurry up and get all of our electronics to the car. We were soaking wet. All of our stuff was soaking wet. We jumped back into our cots at that point, and I just went back to sleep in my sleeping bag for an hour or so. Just let it rain on the sleeping bag itself, which got soaked, but I didn't as much. And then when we got up, we had our coffee, and we said, you know what, we're just going to put everything out in the screened in area and we're going off to our hikes for the day. We did it. We came back. Everything was dry. And honestly, on the bag itself, it said, this tent must be wetted to set the tent fibers. So Tammy, the next day, we get back from hiking and everything. It's calling for more rain. And she's like, I'm sleeping in the car tonight. And I said, no, let's just try it in here and see if it, because it did say it needed to get wet. We did get it a little wet, but this is real wet now. Let's just see if it set the fibers and it's going to be, dry tonight, hopefully. So the next night, we had 70-mile-per-hour winds come through our area. There were tents there that got shredded. If you go over to Lower Michigan Adventures channel, he has a live on there. He went live during it. His pop-up, Campfires and Dirty Tires pop-up tents just blowing in the wind, and his tent collapsed on him. And it was actually pretty frightening. Our tent shook. It never came down. There were tents in the campground that got shredded. They were done. And every tent that was there was kind of folded over. The newer tents, those real thin poles, they are just so flexible. They didn't break, but they would fold over kind of like a taco and lay flat. And if you're in there, that's kind of annoying. Ours just kind of shook a little bit. It does have the metal poles and stuff on the cabin tent. We have multiple tents. This is the one we were using. And there were trees that came down. We literally heard trees start falling in the woods around us. So kind of scary. Everyone was safe. We went around and checked on everybody. But then the rains came. And it rained and rained and rained and rained and rained all again the second night too. Never rained inside. I think we had a couple drips, but nothing really. The whole tent stayed good. Then it rained the whole next day. While we were hiking, we went to Brandywine Falls. Everyone kind of did the falls. Then it started pouring on us about midway through, and everything in the campsite was still wet. So if your tent leaks, maybe just get it wet and try it again, because it's got to set the tent fibers and it'll be waterproof. After the first day, it never rained in again. It's actually a really nice tent. We probably will use it again. It's nice and functional, and I love the screened-in porch part. And it was one of the only tents that stayed up during the 70-mile-per-hour wind, so that makes me feel better. And then, let's see, that was Saturday. Sunday was a nice day. Turned out to be a pretty beautiful day. And actually, most of the days we were there, the nights were kind of rough, but the days were really fun. The people made it really fun. We hung out with some people that just didn't get upset, didn't throw a fit. We just embraced it and had an adventure. And it was a really fun 48th birthday, and I appreciated it. Now, the people there brought us stuff. We got a lot of stickers from people. We got 4 Campfire and Dirty Tire stickers. They look like this. So if anybody wants some, I'm keeping a couple of these, and the rest I can give away to people that don't have them. We of course got the Cuyahoga, the Silver Springs Campground sticker. We did get let's see here, I got 2 of those. I've got three, which he came and gave them to us multiple times, and I've already got some Captain Jack Scrapper stickers, so I can hand these out to people if any of you want some of those. I got the new Handicap Traveler stickers, and this is them on the jet ski. I absolutely love it. Look how much fun they're having. Dan and Kathy on the jet ski. Ah! I was given an Outdoors with Den. Yeah. He's friends with Campfires and Dirty Tires, myself, and Lower Michigan Adventures. They brought me one of his stickers, so that's really cool. Now, Dave Collier Camping was not at the meetup, but before I went to the meetup, and we did use these throughout the meetup, Dave Collier Camping from Virginia sent me a couple handmade spoons. This is what he calls his coffee spoon. There is a video coming out with an unboxing, but I'm going to give you a first look right now. And we used these while we were at our campsite. So you'll have to watch for the video coming out. But this is what he calls his skillet spoon. And he hand carves all these out of old Virginia wood. Old Virginia wood. They're very nice spoons. Thank you, Dave Collier. Camping. Campfires and Dirty Tires he just came up and gave me a knife. I couldn't believe it. Winchester knife. He said it may need sharpened. It's not brand new. Something he's just given. I love it though. Nice full tang, wood handled, hefty duty little knife. Just gave me a knife. Thank you, Dennis. Appreciate that. He gave us this
Camp flag.
Camp flag. It says camping rules. Wake up smiling, sing by the fire, hang out with friends, relax and unwind, keep the drinks cold, explore, eat s'mores, go fishing, enjoy the sunset, nap often, be grateful for each day. There's a little hiker on here, some campfires on here. There's even a camping van on here, right here. So really nice. We will definitely hang this up when we're camping. Be a fun little thing for everyone to see. So we appreciate that. He brought us these and we were supposed to share them with everyone. He went to the store and got chips and salsa for our taco night. And he said, here, these are some Pink Whitneys. I have no idea what they are, but there's a little bit of alcohol in them. You can just, if you want to, you can share them with everyone. We never got to it. We forgot, but these are here to share. So we appreciate that. And he made us the campfire dirty tire dog. So that was really nice. Now, Jimmy Boy, he gave me these glasses. Gave me some Jimmy Boy glasses. I'm official Jimmy Boy now. He also gave me a Fatwood, Jimmy Boy Fatwood handle meat fork. Look at that bad boy. This is official Jimmy Boy. And that's Fatwood. That's real Fatwood from Jimmy Boy. There's his little sticker right there. That makes it official. All right. We also got number 6, ferro rod. I thought I was getting number 1, but we got number 6, and I'll take it. It's a big old beefy, gorilla-sized ferro rod. Look at this thing. We're going to go start a fire with this right before I get off of this live, too. We're going to take this ferro rod. I'm going to take this little camp stove, and we're going to go out and start a fire before this live ends, all right, with this thing. That's how we're going to end it today. Now, I got the coffee spoon from Dave Collier, and I also got a Fatwood coffee spoon, which I might use as a melon spoon. I don't know. Look at this bad boy. This thing's bad. It's the biggest piece of Fatwood that he gave me. It's number 2. I got number 2 coffee spoon. That's pretty cool. The Jimmy Boy number 2 Fatwood coffee spoon. Look at that thing. Bunch of Beardos. Now you can get this Beardo merch anywhere on our store. We've got hats. We've got camping hats, beanie hats, camo shirts. We've got all kinds of Beardo gifts, plus other design merch. Get it right on our store right here on YouTube, and go check it out. He also gave me the Lower Michigan Adventures poker chip on a big old piece of Fatwood. So I got a Fatwood poker chip from Lower Michigan Adventures. I got his meat fork. I got his ferro rod, and I got his coffee scoop. Really cool. And I got enough Fatwood to last me forever. These won't be touched, but he also gave me some Fatwood shavings. I got Fatwood shavings! And that's what we're going to go start this fire with today. Fatwood shavings. Oh, I'm dripping. I'm dripping. I got a hole in my Fatwood shavings. Oh, no, we're getting destroyed. We're getting destroyed. Jimmy Boy is so much fun. If you guys don't know him, you got to go check him out. All right, one last thing before we go start this fire, and we appreciate all of you coming here today. We hope you enjoyed this recap. Look for all the trails coming out. Cuyahoga Valley is a gorgeous area. It reminds me of Tennessee. There's rock cutouts. There is lots of foliage. It is beautiful area of Ohio. They say Ohio's flat, but it sure isn't flat in Cuyahoga Valley. It is hilly. It reminds you of Tennessee, and I'm definitely going back because we had a blast. And we didn't get to even touch. I mean, we didn't even get to touch the any of it. There's so much of Cuyahoga Valley, we barely we barely experienced any of it. We did most of our hikes north of the 303, which if you go to Cuyahoga Valley, most everything comes off of the 303 that goes right through Cuyahoga Valley. So remember that road. And we did most of our hikes north of that. There's almost double of that below it. So we did do one of them there. Now, while we were there, we went to the Giant Eagle. We had to go get ice every night because we don't have an electric cooler. We did do a tour of Campfire's Dirty Tires van, which we will show you that. We had just a regular cooler. We had to go get ice. There was no camp store at this campsite. So we had to go to the store to buy the ice and stuff. We went to a Giant Eagle the first time, which was huge. It's like Kroger and Chief on steroids. It's gigantic. But Meyer has moved in, which we went the second night, and Meyer is like Costco's on steroids. It's even bigger. So they have two giant stores there. Now we found these Doritos Twisted Lime chips, but there's a hole in it. That's why I got it all rolled up. But this I was going to bring back for a taste test. And Duke, this was in the back of the car, which we had the SUV all completely packed full. And Duke decided to climb up on top of everything on the way home, do his little circle where he, walks around in a circle to try to find the best position. Well, that was right on top of these chips. He smashed every one of these chips. These are completely smashed, and he slept on them. So we're going to do a taste test today of these crushed chips, since I'm not going to be able to do them. Look at this. Look at what he did to me. Look at this. Crushed chips in there. They smell delicious. This is Twisted Lime Doritos. You can smell them? It smells so good. It's corn, and I'm going to see if there's any real full kind of chip in here. This is the biggest chip I can find right here. All right? You can have one. Cheers.
Cheers.
Twisted Lime. Then we're going to go start a fire with this ferro rod.
Those are good.
Those are real good.
Love it.
Classic Dorito. Explosion of lime and some fire. There's a little heat there.
A little bit. It's not over. Not too heatful.
Now with the lime. I hope they keep these. This is good. This is a good flavor. It is a little hotter than black pepper. And the more I'm eating, the hotter it's getting. So you gotta like heat, guys. Bonus taste test from the Beardo. All right, guys. We're going to go out and start a fire. I'm going to take the ferro rod. We're going to take it to the garage. We're going to take it to the garage. And we're going to start this fire. What do you think? Sound good? Does that sound like fun to you guys? I got one of my wood camp stoves. I brought all this stuff with me. I really wanted to show, giving it a demonstration. I hope to do it at one of my camps on, my stoves. Because they are pretty advanced little stoves. I got a little grill. Can you see this? Maybe you can't see it. We do it this way. So I got this little grill thing that sets on the outside, snaps into here. Inside here, this is raised up. I can put my alcohol stove in there if I don't want to use sticks. There's no CO2 with alcohol stoves. But if I'm outside and I can use sticks, I can just stack them up in there. It holds them straight up and down. I can really light the fire well. That little whirly grill in the bottom there, that's made from the lid, and you just cut it to the center. It gives it a nice air movement through the sticks and stuff. I'm just Yep. So that's down in there. All right, now I'm gonna take one of these cotton. Oh no, Tammy! I don't want to use that. I want to use the fat wood. This is just for an extra large pot. You can use this in here or not. Sets right inside. Gives you a little bit more space for, you know, skillets and things like that. But I want to use the fat wood shavings. Tammy, can you?
Yeah, I didn't have a link.
Can you use the fat wood shave? Can you go get me the fat wood shavings and I can start this one?
I thought you grabbed it.
I didn't. I'm sorry. All right, I got some pine needles off the garage floor here. I got some pine needles off the garage floor. I'm going to use that as a little bit of tinder. I got a leaf here. And put these pine wood shavings on top of it, like this. Okay. Set this right down in here. Alright. Set that right down into that stove. See here? Got the pine shavings down in there. Now I'm going to take some of these fat wood shavings and I'm going to make a nest right in the center here. Just in the center, and I'll show you it before I light it. We'll set some of these. You don't need a lot. Some of these pine wood, fat wood shavings in here. There's a lot of fat wood shavings here. Thank you, Jimmy boy. I appreciate that. All right, now here's what it looks like. And yes, I have my work pants on. I'm working here, guys. I had to get back to work. All right. So we got Jimmy boy's ferro rod. I got my pocket knife. I'm just gonna clean this off a little bit. Probably do it right down in there. Get that all nice and shiny. Ooh, look at that. Is it started? Boy, I'm getting plenty of spark. You guys seeing how sparky this thing is? It's like fire rods. Look at that. But it's not starting. So we're going to pull this out. I'm going to make this a little closer and then we'll set it up in there. So I can get it right on it. Alright, you guys see this? Can you guys see this? There you go. Now you can see it. Is it started? No. It's not started. Now that fat wood right there ought to light right away. I'm not sure what's going on. I'm not hitting it or something. There I see a little spark. But look how nice this ferro rod is. Like every time I'm getting a spark. Alright, I'm going to try this a little different. Unfortunately. Now this is cotton. This is how I normally do it. Cotton with Vaseline. Because I'm not getting a spark there. All this stuff's wet though. Well, the fat wood wasn't, but this is. I mean, all the pine needles were. Alright. Now this is going to start right away. You guys ready for this? Look what it did to my knife. Ready? Here we go. Look at that. Instant flame. Instant flame. See that? Ta-da! Now that fat wood's gonna keep burning. That's gonna start anything. Even if you got wet wood, it's gonna start it on fire. Love the ferro rod. Man, that thing, look at that thing. It's like fireworks. You guys see that? Love it. Get that black cleaned off of there. And it's like fireworks. Perfect ferro rod. Thank you very much. And it says Beardo. Oh my goodness. It's a Jimmy Boy Beardo ferro rod. Are you kidding me? I didn't even notice it's a Beardo ferro rod. Do you guys have a Beardo ferro rod? He made a special Beardo ferro rod for me. And I appreciate that. You don't have to have a beard to be a Beardo. You just have to be cut from a different cloth. Like the outdoors. Be determined. And you can become a Beardo too. Check that out. Alright guys, this is the Gypsy and the Vanilla Gorillas channel. And we had a good time with everyone at CVNP. Thank you all. Sorry for those of you that couldn't come, like James Cantonese, Maddie from Backwoods Mindset, Judy Mae Collins, we would have loved to have seen her as well. Georgia Ann Rose, and I'm trying to think who else didn't come that we were hoping was coming. James Cantonese. There was a lot of people we were hoping to see. We thought maybe would make it and didn't make it for whatever reason. And we're sorry you didn't make it. We do appreciate the ones that did come. We hope you all enjoy the videos from our meetup. And we've got 5 trail hikes. They're pretty exciting. So we didn't die. You can see that, but they were a lot of fun. We had an adventure. So we'll see you guys around. Keep finding the art and everything.
Peace, y'all.
Peace, y'all.